bringing it back across the river Styx.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Athreos, God of Passage. Oftentimes you'll see Athreos used with cards that let you play any number of them. Think your rat colonies, heir apparents, and most importantly, your apostles. But in this deck, I wanted to build an Orzhov sacrifice deck, and that's exactly what it is. Killing my creatures so Athreos can offer my opponent the deal to bring them back. This deck is running a lot of creatures that die to make more creatures, creatures that sacrifice themselves, make our opponents discard, and even draw us cards, because Athreos has the chance of draining my opponent for 3 life if they don't choose to let me have that card back in hand so I can cast it again and do it all again. This is a very nice way to drain your opponent out, killing your own creatures repeatedly through various Blood Artist abilities. We have the actual Blood Artist, but we also have cards like Elis Ilkor, Cruel Celebrant, and tons of sacrifice outlets like Bart, and even ones that are getting us additional things like Scries or Treasures, Warren Soultrader, Woe Strider, and of course card draw off of things like Yawgmoth. Because we're killing so many of our own creatures, it's great to double those on-death abilities using Teysa Karlov and draw cards off of things like the Morbid Opportunist and... where is she? Here it is. Hi, Society Hunter. Hi, Society Hunter. You're a great new card for a sacrifice deck. I could even see adding this into Yara and a lot of the other sacrifice decks that are out there, as long as they're not too token-focused. In this deck, though, we are going to be surviving board wipes by killing our own creatures and taking out our opponent along the way. So let's take Athreos into the queue and do a little bit of self-sacrifice. Koth, Fire of Resistance. This Koth puts mountains in hand, deals damage when mountains come into play if he manages to ult. Generally a very good card that also has removal built in for creatures, like this one, Doom Traveler. Oh good, Planeswalker removal. We'll see if I can get to 5 mana though. Doom Traveler swinging in for a 1 entire damage. And I can still get the Chthonian Nightmare down here, even though I'm not using it right away. There is no reason not to. And I want to maximize my fixing since I have so many black mana pips in this hand. What's going on? Why are you looking at my stuff like that? If my Doom Traveler dies, I could sacrifice its spirit to bring it back. That's kind of neat. Typically naming human in this deck, I can go for Liliana to give them something else they will need to remove. Esper Sentinel would also be nice. Or Plusson. And I'm going to drop Yawgmoth. Though Yawgmoth is a fantastic sacrifice out, it's good against creatures. And I've played against enough Koth decks to know they're not running that many. Look, they discarded one even. Okay, heated debate, they're killing Liliana. And I'll swing in for 1. I could have also discarded Esper Sentinel with the intent of just Chthonian Nightmare bringing it back. Koth gets a mountain. Me gets one of these guys. Boop, boop. And one of them's guys. I'll grab white. And I'll bop Koth. Nice mountain. They could be playing a second Planeswalker like a Chandra. Our opponent is a Space Mage. Maybe there's Pachamage. Generous Plunderer, seeing my Esper Sentinel saying, yep, that's a creature all right. Also, unfortunately, giving them something to sacrifice to Sheoldred. So I am going to pop down Sheoldred here. But Sheoldred's going to do something else for me. She's going to get me 2 more devotion, which is enough for Athreos to attack. So, if you sacrifice this, I can still kill Koth unless they blast my little 1/1s here. Yep, that would work. I get a Spirit, a nice leftover. Do you pay the 3? And then do you pay the 3 again? They do have enough red to kill Shelly. So they're putting this back in hand so I don't bring it back with Nightmare, I think. And they're ulting Koth. So Koth is now Mountain enters 4 damage. Which is terrifying. Okay, so that's 1. Followed by Kayla's Kindling, 2 damage to Shelly. Owie. Do you pay the 3? Asking for a friend. They do pay the 3 life. I'll play this as a land. Since I have this Chthonian Nightmare. Easiest pay to 3 of their life. Alright, Kayla's Kindling lets you burn every turn. Ooh, Terror to the Peaks. That's a great creature. Who are you dealing 4 to? Morbid Opportunist? Okay. Do you pay the 3? They paid the 3. You could just play Koth. Arcane Signet. Do you pay the 1? We're like asking for both life and mana here. And Terror of the Peaks. Great critter here. I can bring back the Morbid Opportunist. I would actually rather attack in first here. No, I know what I want. I want Doom! We're gonna do some Chthonian Nightmare juggling here with all of my mana. Do you pay the 3? They're making it so I don't have the pieces to sacrifice. Very cute. Let's attack in with both of these. I'd like to draw a card. Nice. Okay, so there's the sacrifice outlet. That's what I've been looking for. We have a lot of them in the deck. What did they get? Unexpected Windfall. Not a burn card, but a nice way to filter the hand. Mountain, 4 damage. Straight to the face. And Bone Horde Dracosaur. This gets you card advantage and 5 more damage since it has 5 power. What else you got? You want to use that Unexpected Windfall? Yep. Discarding Lightning Strike. They can't pay the 1, so I do get a card. And I will be blocking if you do that. This won't surprise you. I need to block. If I fail to profane it, I do have to pay a whittle extra. We're swinging in an Indestructible God. Then we have a nice sacrifice chain here and this Felden Profane. They will not be able to stop me from bringing back the Sheoldred or the Yogg or whatever I need to bring back here would be the Sheoldred. So we win. GG. The Eternal Wanderer. This is kind of a board wipe. It's also a blink engine and makes samurais. I have a 1 and a 2 and a 4. And Athreos is a 3. So this seems like a good start to me. Also, Surge, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. My good friend Surge coming in after, I assume, playing some more canal-themed gaming. Surge, another great streamer, does a lot of magic stuff too, is a judge, unlike me, who is not a judge. has been doing canal-themed gaming leading up into Christmas, starting with Timberborn, my favorite beaver-themed video game, and... Were you playing Planet Coaster today? Oh no, your kitchen flooded? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it gets resolved. Yeah, I'm not a judge, I'm just judgy. And also, my commander just got mana tithed, so now I'm very upset. Because I could pay the 1. So I wonder if this is going to be just mono white blink or mono white control. Oh, I think it's mono white control. I can only play 1 spell per turn. Hey. So I could either kill the Archon here or make 2 treasures to try and zoom out that Vein Ripper next turn. Oh, I'm zooming out that Vein Ripper. It's mono white stacks. Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. Sounds like I think they both come in tapped. You already mana tithed. No reprieves though. Fateful Absence on the Teysa, so it doesn't hit them twice. Okay. Yeah, otherwise, a creature dying was going to cost 4 life, which is a lot. Because they have a board wipe in the command zone, and that's going to be the thing they want to do, is kill all my creatures. Oh, Wrath of Dog. Woof woof. There goes everything. I could get at Athreos. I think it's better to go Cruel Celebrant, Doomed Traveler, and then get a clue. We have 2 little guys. Oh, Jadar! Great at making sacrificables. Silence. Okay. Rude. I'll play the land, though. What I say is the most festive commander? I feel like there's some, like, kind of Christmassy cards out there. I don't know which would be the most, though. Jetmir? He likes the party. 2 different people in chat saying Jetmir. Alright. I am a little afraid, just a little, of Settle the Wreckage from this person. But I'm still going for it. Ah, it's just Mind Sensor. Do you mind? Ashiya's a tree. Zedru gives presents. Oh my gosh, it could be Zedru. Gallia, she also likes to party. Very festive. Hello, even Mind Sensor. So if they played Eternal Wanderer and killed everything but 1 creature, they would die. Okay. So this is not damage. It's loss of life, but it is a targeting ability. So I would need to pay 1 for each instance of it. Man, that's annoying. Celebrant doesn't get stopped. I have to pay the one for Blood Artist. Mm-hmm. I didn't need to pay the one for the zombie one. I wasn't paying attention to what was on the stack. They sure are at 5 mana. What do you got? Archivist of Ogma. Get out of my way. Yes, I pay the one. And then I'll also pay the one for this. Yes. Gosh, you make it pricey to kill you. GG, Eternal Wanderer. Svelun of Sea and Sky. This is an indestructible, sometimes, merfolk that protects your other merfolk and draws you cards when it attacks. I have a little bit of removal here, but I don't have any sacrificeables, so I'm going to mulligan. Okay, Bart, Apprentice Marionette, and Priest of Forgotten Gods. Because this is a mono-blue merfolk deck, I do suspect they will be playing a lot of counter spells. It's going to be fish and fishy counter spells. Start with this Shadowy Backstreet since it comes in tapped. See what's on top of my deck. Yep, Acquisitions Expert. I'll still take it. My plan is going to be Priest of Forgotten Gods, hoping it resolves and sticks around into Marionette Apprentice or Lord Skitter, any of these. So I have lots of good sacrificeables. Ooh, good discounts on your blue spells. The DJ lets me sacrifice my creatures. I don't like that that was holding priority there because it makes me feel like you have a free counter spell. Don't like that. Not a fan. Hello, Mistway Spy. Svelun. Don't like that. Don't trust like that. Mm-mm. Concerned? Very. Lava Spur boots, so they can boot up Svelun. Or I guess just the Mistway Spy. That's 2 damage instead of 1. Cool. They are leaving up 1 mana, which can cast a 2 mana spell. I will be playing this and Marionette Apprentice. Just in case of a Jawari Disruption, like to have that mana here. We go wide, and then we ungo wide, sacrificing these 2 to get them to sacrifice the Mistway Spy and get myself more mana. I could either play Lurrus here, Lord Skitter. I think I want Lord Skitter. I don't think it's going to resolve, but I'm still gonna try. Hexcatcher. Okay, that does resolve. This can only stop non-creature spells, so I'm gonna eat up that Mistway Spy from the graveyard, and now we'll be spitting out rats every turn, and rats are great as fuel for the priest. The DJ is out here bleeding out rats on her turntable to make the sickest beats. The best of drops. Okay, so Svelun, you don't die to a D-Spark. You have too much big. At least in Ward 1. Cool. Nice. A land. Land good. I'm going to throw down an Acquisition Expert. The DJ? Yeah, because she's like posed like a DJ. She's got like her hand up like she's like listening on her headphones. She's at the club. I'm sorry, the club. Curiosity and Sword of Fire and Ice. Sword of Fire and Ice. Swinging with Lord Skitter and Rat. Don't mind all the bodies hanging from the ceiling. Those are like go-go dancers. It's regular. probably... It's fine. It's probably normal. I'm not gonna think about it too much. Are those the Forgotten Gods? No, the Forgotten Gods are actually the old gods of Ravnica. You thought they were old chandeliers? No, they're dead bodies. The priest is out here with her dead bodies. Spelun, still able to draw some cards. She is not indestructible. I have enough blocking power to kill her, even with a Master of Pearl Trident. And they're giving up. Because they know I can chump block for days, I could sacrifice things, I could even kill their god. Didn't need to play Athreos there, because the DJ was doing a darn good job. GG. Soul of Windgrace will be bringing lands back from graveyards and putting them into play for free whenever it attacks or enters play. Soul of Windgrace can also make itself indestructible, discard and draw, and do the nasty business of making itself indestructible, which makes it so much harder for me to get rid of it. I want to get rid of you. Gaining life, making yourself indestructible. How dare you? Did I say that twice? I don't even know. Hi, Elvish Mystic. I could make the Freebooter or the Grub here. I'll start with the Grub. They're both about the same, I think, against a turn 1 Piso ramp. They already have more mana than me. Wait, you know you need other colors for Windgrace, right? Okay, there they go. They'll get it off the Harrow. That also puts a land in their graveyard, so they can bring out Soul of Windgrace even faster. I can hold the Skyclave Apparition to hit Soul of Windgrace, but since I also have D-Spark, I'm very okay with hitting this Elvish Mystic and then using the D-Spark on Soul of Windgrace. It could be Mono Green Windgrace. That seems like a choice. Soul of Windgrace comes out, they grab that forest from the grave. And I say, no more Windgrace, please. And also toss down the Screedy Freebooter. Boot it up. Swinging for 3. They have enough mana because of how Windgrace refunds part of its mana cost here to just throw it down again. But there's no... Whoa! Okay, board wipe. I was gonna say, there's nothing in the graveyard. Bitter Triumph? I keep that on top because it's a way to kill Windgrace. Athreos into Woe Strider. And sadly, Athreos was not in play for any of those critters dying. No reason to pay 3 life here. That was just a token. It's so weird that this does not say whenever a non-token creature you control dies, just to avoid those triggers. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. I'm not sure how to say your name. The Taling You. Thank you for supporting the channel. Oh, the One Ring. They're giving themselves protection. I actually don't get Athreos' trigger if they have protection, because it is target opponent. Is it that one guy, but every word is spelled wrong? Ah, I see. Just kind of scrambled all those syllables. I'm still attacking it because I'm filled with hatred and vitriol. As like smack and face. Drawing more cards off the One Ring. 3, 4, 5, 6. Still enough mana for Soul of Windgrace. Ugh, Defense of the Heart. Okay, well, the good news is I can sacrifice my stuff. The bad news is I don't want to sacrifice my stuff. I want to scry here. Would you like to put that back into my hand? Just draw enchantment removal. That's what I'm looking for. Ocelotl, you'd be great if they weren't going to punish me for going wide. By the way, I have until their next upkeep for this. You call Athreos triggers out in paper. Alright. Ah, look at that! Found enchantment removal. No rush on it, though, since now I don't have enough creatures. They're gonna lose 3. The strategy worked. Windgrace again can gain them life. Sneak attack? What are you gonna sneak attack? I might need to hit whatever they sneak. Huh. Okay, I guess we'll find out what they're sneaking. I'm ready to kill, like, a creature here, depending on what it is. Oh, it's Vorinclex. Yeah, whatever, die. They could have other creatures in hand. But wait, there's more. It's Hoarding Broodlord. Rippish, thank you for the sub. They can get another thing off this, right? But it goes into exiles that I can't cheat it out with the sneak attack. So they're gonna lose 4. And then another 2 from the One Ring. I don't know what they got here. Could be removal. Could be a creature tutor. Lots of different stuff it could be. Is this commander? This is Brawl. It is a format with commanders. Mine is Athreos. Theirs is Soul of Windgrace. And once again, they are tutoring. They are, I think, casting this for the Entoin cost. I didn't count how much mana they used. Okay, Emrakul and Xenagos. And that's enough to kill me, because Emrakul gets +13/+13 and swings for lethal. Yeah, that works. Tooth and nail combo. That's also why I guess they have Defense of the Heart. Nasty. GG. Jace, Vryn's Prodigy. This is the flip Jace, and I want to have something I can do in turn 1 or turn 2, because this deck is going to be tempo. It's almost certainly going to be an awful lot of counterspells and a bunch of Jaces too, because what pairs better with Jace than more Jace? Throw down Acquisitions Expert. Make you discard a card. Pretty sleeves. Narset's Reversal, okay. Oftentimes used to copy extra turn spells. Nice Ledger Shredder. And I think no more Ledger Shredder. I want Athreos this turn. Athreos, and then next turn I'll try to go for the Accursed Marauder. They are stealing my Esper Sentinel. Rude. Can I have it back? Mother, may I? Yes, I may. Excellent. Oh. They didn't want to pay the 3 life, so they gave me the Marauder back? Okay. I'll take it. Hey, I mean, 6 life, that's a lot to give. Also, no more freaking Ledger Shredders. Put it back in my hand, please. I would love that. This time, they leave it in the trash. Maybe they were just trying to get me to cycle things. Nice counter spells. Now they shall pay. Hi, Jace. Start with an Esper Sentinel. Chthonian Nightmare. Hey, Jace. Buddy, listen. I don't like you, and you don't like me, but I don't like you a lot more than you don't like me. So I'm going to bring back this Accursed Marauder to try and get rid of your Jace. Oh yeah, they see what's going on now. We can keep on using these Chthonian Nightmares to make you sacrifice. I've got an Acquisition Expert to attack your hand when needed. We're in a very good spot. Those early 1 and 2 drops make a big difference. GG, Jace. Omnath, Locus of the Royal. All I have is removal here. The Symmetrical Sacrifice would be nice if I had things to sacrifice, so I'm gonna mulligan. I've got a good sacrificer here. Nice. Or, Sacrificee, the Wiggling Grub. This is a pretty new card, and what's cool about it is it's 3 creatures in 1. Previously, the going rate, 2 in 1. Now we have something that dies. It makes twice the worm. Oh. Worm. Wiggling Grub is very cute. Look at this thing. He's just a wiggler. You slice him in half, you get 2 more. Omnath, by the way, this is a landfall draw card commander. Also put +1/+1 counters on your elementals, but you gotta get 8 lands first. Bringing out Woe Strider, saying whoa. If they play Omnath next turn, they will be able to deal a damage to any target, but I can sacrifice my goat or my grub, depending on what they're aiming at. It's a grub-a-wub. Whoa. And hopefully I get another black source so I can Grave Pact and force them into a cycle of eternal sacrifice. I kill my stuff, it kills their stuff. Hi, Liliana. I'm actually going to name God on this and play Lily. And plus, I'll drop this Meat Hook Massacre. And swinging with the grub. Reason to not minus is so they can't deal the 1 damage to Liliana. Though I guess I could Swords to Plowshares in response so they wouldn't have an elemental, but it feels less safe. Yeah, something about them leaving up 1 blue mana is why I'm naming God. Usually in this deck, naming human. Since we have a lot of human creatures, and once Athreos is down, it's pretty hard to get rid of. Hi, Omnath. Bye, Omnath. 0 damage dealt to Liliana of the Veil, but they didn't leave blue up there. You're wondering if it's the CGB Extra Turns version of Omnath? Always possible. There's the unfortunate nature of CGB's decks being spiky and good. Now swinging with the grub and the strider. Eat this to get a treasure. Eat this to get a treasure. Nope, don't need that. And eating one of these worms to get a treasure. And the other worm to get a treasure. And then Grave Pact. These 2 can mutually sacrifice. And I have no cards left in hand, so please discard. Which card? This card? That card. These cards. Like your Zoni. He's got bugs. Just like how I had bugs. Got so much good devotion now, too. Nice. Oh, Zarl in chat said that they played CGB's extra turn list and drew their entire deck by accident. Yeah, Omnath's not a May. Kind of like Tatiova, not a May. Or do you want to discard, Omnath? I got all day for you to make a decision. I got a sandwich to eat with Fluffernutter. Local classic. Is this assault rope? I think it's assault rope. So how's everybody doing? You wouldn't assault rope when you start losing in a video game, right? You're better than that? I'd like to think you're better than that. If you're watching my content, you understand that wasting people's time is wasting your own time. You could instead go make a cup of coffee, eat a sandwich, watch sports, lots of stuff. They have discarded Escape Shift. That may have also just been the leftmost card in their hand, which meant that they had to discard it to the timer. And it looks like they're just not taking game actions. Cool, I'll fast forward to the end. Oh, hey, there we go, we won! Yay! Duragaz Chiven Champion. If this dragon is out at the end of your turn, you get an egg, and that egg will hatch into a dragon a couple turns later. I sure do have 2 drops in this hand. I'll keep it. I've got some nice symmetrical sacrifice stuff here. The Accursed Marauder. I've got a way to drain my opponent, and they're seizing my thoughts. What do you seize? You want to take my tutor, my rat, my marauder, whatever Ilkor is? Yeah, they're going for whatever Ellis Ilkor is. A Phyrexian core cleric. Which of the 2 drops do they take? Who knows? Paradise Druid. Oh, lovely. I don't want you to have one of those, so... Oop, I guess I should attack him first. It's not like they trade. Doomed Traveler. Yeah, I'll keep that. Very good to sacrifice to Rite of Oblivion. Right? Right. Orb of Dragonkind. This is ramp, but only for dragons. And Fearsome Whelp is going to discount the dragons that are in their hand. So yeah, it's a dragon's deck. Cool. I'm going to sacrifice my Doomed Traveler to get rid of the Orb of Dragonkind, trying to keep them off of Duragaz mana. Also get myself a blocker for the Fearsome Whelp. Cornelian Orb, kind of like the other orb, but this one gives haste to dragons. I'll just swing in. Ooh, trading with the Marauder. Okay. I certainly don't have many ways to bring it back. Diabolic Intent could be fun. I think I'm just popping down Athreos. Actually, no, I think Diabolic Intent for Chthonian Nightmare is going to be my move. All right, the first egg has been laid. Boop. Diabolic Intent, sacrificing the Spirit token to grab Chthonian Nightmare. Where are you? There it is. And using Chthonian Nightmare to sacrifice this Fairy Rogue. 1, 2. To make them sacrifice Duragaz. And since we will constantly have some recyclables off that Bitter Blossom, we got some good stuff to use here. I can also use Rite of Oblivion if I need to get rid of the Carnelian Orb. But this dragon will hatch in 2 turns. Aw, Dragonlord Servant! It's for discounts. More discounts. Emerald Medallion. I get a fairy. Guess I don't need to bring back that. I'll make them discard instead. Plague Crafter, sacrificing the Fairy Rogue. Chthonian Nightmare. Want to grab that rat? Yeah, I want to make them discard. I don't know what's in your hand, but I don't want you to have it. Athreos is like, when are you gonna bring me out so I can make them pay 3 life? Next turn. Dragon Kami Reborn. When it flips over, it has some dragon synergy. Egg. Big discard. Was that Chandra that got discarded? Okay, I'm happy about that. Nothing for me to make them discard, but I still want to do my recycling here. I'll grab Ellis Ilkor. Dropping Deret. Would you like to pay 3, or can I have it back in my hand? Cool. And the dragon I got is the Demanding Dragon. I will sacrifice a Fairy Rogue. They don't have to pay the 3 because that was a token. It's really annoying that you still ask, though, Athreos. The top card of their deck has been exiled. It could be a egg. It could be a dragon. John to Dragons is cute. Duragaz is awesome. Ow. Another egg. I lose a life, but then I gain a life. Vona! Vona lets me make copies of things, but I wouldn't discard my Chthonian Nightmare. No, I'd rather use this to kill both of their creatures by bringing back Marauders and whatever, and make them lose even more life off Athreos and Ilkor. GG, Duragaz. Slimefoot Salad Transplant. This is the Landfall Slimefoot. It's an arena-only card that gets you fungi and sapperling-related cards whenever you have a swamp or forest venture. I guess I have turn 1 Freebooter, and then turn 2, this D-Spark's not going to hit anything. It's going to chill. Oh, Yoshi Ruler! Thank you so much for the 54-month resub. Saying happy time off. Happy holidays! Yeah, to everybody who gets some days off around this season. I hope you're able to use them to have some fun, relax, drink some extra coffee, hot cocoa, whatever makes you warm and happy inside. Now I have a turn 2 thing to do. Get lost. I can tell Slimefoot to get lost. I actually have a feeling that they won't play Slimefoot until turn 3 because they know I'm so likely to have just 1-for-1 removal. Yep, Skull Prophet. It's ramp. There's no way to respond before that happens. Try to bop the Slimefoot. I don't know what they got off the spell book, but I'm guessing it wasn't one of the 2-drops, or they would have played it. It is now morbing time. Are you gonna mill? This has like a tap to mill ability. No, they're going for the throat, killing the Morbid Opportunist. I wanted my card draw. Fungus. Myco Tyrant! Oh, that's also fun with the maps. Also, the Skull Prophet who can just mill 2 cards. Nice land. I would just mill 2. Like, get stuff in the graveyard for Michael. And Mike O'Tyrant sees 2 permanents put into the graveyard, makes a couple fungi. Nice. It's a 3-cost thing, so sadly cannot hit it with a D-Spark. I know, it's an uncommon with an animation. They used to do that kind of stuff. It's weird that this card specifically got an animation, because it didn't see major play anywhere, if I remember right. Nice Bitter Triumph. Means they probably won't be milling this turn. That's a fungus and a sapperling, so the Myco Tyrant gets even bigger. Or do they have like a 3-cost spell they want to cast? Ow. Ooh, the High Society Hunter. Hi. This is a very good new card. Non-token creatures dying means cards being drawn. Just like how creatures dying gets me treasures. They milled, dropped a Bitter Triumph and a Rankle. Kind of surprised they dropped the Bitter Triumph, seeing the Hunter. Oh, hey, Namada. Namada, I think, makes it so things don't die. For me, they just get exiled. Aww. That turns off my Plunder and my High Society Hunter for my creatures. Dang. They have enough for Slimefoot. They want to throw down Slimefoot. And the Dew. No, Vraska! Hey, Vraska. Are you eating one of your creatures? One of my creatures? Fungus, be gone. Myco Tyrant shrinks. Oof. Okay, so they are giving me a chance here to trade with Myco Tyrant. Nope. Am I being countered? It's okay. Namada dies to a D-Spark. Or a Chupacabra. Or a D-Spark. I'm gonna go for the D-Spark here. D-Sparking Namada. Hey, what's the matter with you? Playing Whoa, Strider. And since I need to do 6 damage, I will attack with the High Society Hunter, sacrificing a greedy freebooter. That'll get me 2 treasures and a scry. Also, an additional counter here. Also, card drawn. Lots of things. Ooh. More exiling removal. I just drew removal for Myco Tyrant. Nah. It's like I could have done that, used it this turn, sacrificed the goat. But I can also sacrifice this, get a scry, get a treasure. Yeah, I'll take Yawgmoth. And Ravenous Chupacabra coming down to kill Myco Tyrant, so it cannot make any more fungi. No more fun guys. And I think that draws me a card off High Society Hunter, too. A mill 2. It was a Pilfer and a Bloodsprout Talisman. Neat. Putrefy. I guess I'll sacrifice it for a scry in response. I'm trying to decide if I want to also sacrifice the Chupacabra for card draw. I don't need to. I have Yawgmoth coming up. Ooh, Esper Sentinel. Esper Sentinel. Nah. I would just be sacrificing it for fun and profit. Hi, Slimefoot. Wonder if they'll have a land. This would be a great new deck to add Herbor again to, since it would turn all of your cards into swamps. Work on Thallid, going to buff all of these up. Yawgmoth and Athreos. I'm gonna start killing and getting those gains. I briefly had a god creature. Oh, rat. I'm gonna drop the Woe Strider. You pay the 3. Caves of Koilos. The Rit. Make them discard. It was a Demon's Disciple. Not that good against me, but still a good card. I was gonna sacrifice, kill the Thallid, keep trying to draw more bits, and make them lose 3 life each time. Or make them give me the stuff back. GG, Slimefoot. Ashiok, Nightmare Weaver. Ashiok is a pain in the butt, exiling cards straight from my deck and then putting them into play for free if they're creatures. This Ashiok is very hard to get rid of, and that's because it's an extremely high loyalty planeswalker. It starts with 3 and then has a +2. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to kill it via traditional means. I will bring out Marionette Apprentice so I get 2 little guys. I expect them to also have kill spells, discard spells, and counter spells because they're a Dimir deck. And I'm really hoping this Plague Crafter can take out Ashiok. New Ashiok, old Ashiok. I've played against a couple of these. They're pretty much just Dimir control. It's Morbin time. Bitter Triumph on the Morbid Opportunist, saying, I do not want you to have card draw. Sure, fine. Would you like to play Ashiok? Because I'd like to make you lose an Ashiok. Ashiok comes out, can only really +2 since there's no cards in exile from it. And they got 3 lands. Girl, what? Oh, I guess I should have attacked their face first since I'm sacrificing the servo. Yeah, having direct planeswalker removal is an unfortunate necessity. It is one of those things that's like, in this format, there's so many super high loyalty things that you just gotta hit it. This would draw them a card. Memory Lapse. Putting that back on top. I'll swing in. Tactically mana screwed me. Yeah, by exiling my lands and then putting my 2-drop back on top of the deck. How dare you? Ugh, Jace. There's one positive here. And that positive, this little bad boy, see it? 4 mana. I could despark him. Get out of here, Jace. Nobody wants you here. Jace, again. Can we not with the Jaces, please? I'm gonna name Human. Because yes, a lot of my deck is humans. I know this. Whisper of the Dross. Yeah, I'll risk this. Acquisitions expert. Put her in the trash to try to get rid of Vryn. So Jace Vryn's Odyssey. I'm hoping they didn't have. No. Okay, so they were able to redirect it. Imp's Mischief. You don't see that very often. I was hoping they wouldn't have a way to stop it since it costs so much to cast the spell, but they did. And here comes Jace, Telepath Unbound. His big thing here is he's really annoying. He could just keep bringing back spells from the graveyard. As I said, really annoying. Luris? No counter spells, no whammies? Elzend. Okay, yeah. I can only stop humans from being countered. Athreos, God of Passage! Mana drain. In response to the mana drain, pay 3 life, die. As I said before, I need ways to kill planeswalkers. I hate planeswalkers.
I'm utterly vexed.
They do get some extra mana because they mana drained. Is it time for Ashiok once again? Yes, it is. Ashiok Nightmare Weaver coming out and exiling the top cards of my library. Oh, wait! But first, I want to seize my thanks. That was a good thought to seize. I was using that. It's like a Rankle and a Solitude in there. So they could bring back either of those next turn. I think it's better to go for Castle Locktwain here over Athreos, since Athreos can't attack or anything. Hi, Rankle. What are we doing? Discarding? Drawing? Okay, Bipedalist Splendor. Oh, the Ocelotl. They can make me sacrifice it, but they could counter it. Lots of options here. I'm gonna try to draw a card again. Cool. It's a land, and I'll just play that. Also, Pride's great with a lot of the, I don't know what to call the Blood Artist abilities. Very, very good at getting rid of things. So if I wanted to, by the way, I could have sacrificed the Ocelot Pride to get rid of Ashiok. Or I guess Rankle. Doesn't matter. If they want to do a symmetrical sacrifice, they can. Bye, little kitty cat. Baleful Strix, they draw a card. Probably take a look at what's in here. Cruel Celebrant. Cool. Arcane Signet. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday! Yeah, my big engine for like tempo would have been this Liliana, but they had that very timely Thoughtseize. Play the Malakir Rebirth as just what it is. Oops. Ashiok stealing again! This time no creatures, though. I was just making sure, like, it wasn't going to leave me outside of Locktwain range. But now I don't have any bits for it. Land, Deluge! Can't do anything off those. An uncounterable Yogg. That's 2 Devotion, plus another 3 from Grave Pact. What's the Snapcaster doing? It's uncounterable. Oh, they could Triumph it, though. Ah, dang. It'll dodge my beautiful little Grave Pact, then. Trying to decide between drawing a card and throwing down the Grave Pact here. I think it's better to draw. You killing Yogg? You're gonna be able to do it anyway. Bitter Triumph. They discarded utter insignificance. Do you pay the 3? Okay, so I'm going to lose extra life now. Cool, a land. I like the Immortal Sun against Planeswalkers. We only have, I think, one Planeswalker in this deck, so, like, an Immortal Sun would not be that out of place. Oh, no, I have two. I have two different Lilianas. My beautiful cards exiled. Oh, they have lethal. That's a problem. Allow me to inquire. My life total got too low. What? Alright. Didn't expect that. Far and away? Huh. They can make me sacrifice my Yogg. I'll go to 1 here. Hey. It doesn't work. But at least I die from my own abilities. It's the way to do it. GG, Ashiok. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Athreos did a great job killing our own creatures and bringing them back. It's definitely a question of making your opponent pay attention to which creatures are dying, which ones they're willing to bring back, and which ones are worth the 3 life to keep in the graveyard. I think the all-stars in this deck are also cards like Chthonian Nightmare, these repeatable ways to bring things back from the graveyard anyway, same with Lurrus of the Dream Den. You might notice I have a lot of 1 and 2 drops because they go great with Lurrus. And a lot of our 3 and 4 and 5 cost things are either removal or sacrifice outlets, so they curve really nicely into Athreos' game plan. I also really love the cards like Acquisition Expert coming in, taking our opponent's cards out of their hand, and a Accursed Marauder taking their creatures off the battlefield. Athreos did great for me. I was really having a good time playing it, and I do enjoy playing Orzhov sacrifice decks. In my channel, I actually had everybody voting on if they wanted to see Athreos as just an Orzhov sacrifice deck, which is what this is, it's aristocrats, or if they wanted to see it as a demons and clerics deck using the Shadowborn Apostles. That's the version I think Rachel Weeks had popularized on Command Zone. So if you would like to see that version, it didn't win in that poll. I am willing to make it. It should be a pretty easy brew because it's just like 40 Shadowborn Apostles and then a bunch of cool demons. And then Athreos comes out and is like, sweet, the demons are out. And also the creatures died. So I'm going to put everything back in your hand because your opponent cannot afford to pay 3 life for each of the 6 apostles. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.